I have been working on it for a long time. Um, all right, we're back, and we only have one news article. I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to get your guys' take on this. Current rumors are that Armor Wars, which I forgot was even a thing, and
Yeah,
Blade might be canceled over at Marvel. There will be an official announcement apparently
Jesus.
later this week on it. We'll see where that goes. And I'm just kind of curious what you guys think. Were either one of you looking? I mean, I was looking forward to a new Blade, but were either of you looking forward to Blade or Armor Wars? John?
If it was done right, I I mean, on the one hand, I'm sorry I'm not going to see them, but on the other hand, the way things have gone, they were doing too much,
Yeah.
and th- this might mean that when they do come up, it'll be done right. So I'm kind of, on either side of this. I'll be able to tell you better how I feel after they actually finally do make them and whether or not they're good. Because if they do make them and they're still terrible, then what was the point? But
Okay.
yeah,
not a bad easy answer.
it's not an
Don?
easy question, really.
Okay, so I'll start with Armor Wars. I'm a big fan of Don Cheadle, War Machine. I actually
Yeah.
think that character
Yeah,
is hilarious. I mean, I even have a shirt that says, Stank Industries, right? Like, I love it. But do I want to go see an Armor Wars movie? I don't. If they put it on Disney Plus, okay. But outside of something to put on when I've got nothing else to fucking pay attention to or do, eh. So I see why they would cancel that. It's just, it's not something that's going to make them anywhere near what Deadpool and Wolverine just made them. Uh, Now with Blade, I was super excited to get a new Blade movie. I was very much open and excited about the actor that they would, get to play Blade. What was it? Marshall Ali is his name, I believe it was.
Yes.
But since seeing Wesley Snipe Blades in Deadpool and Wolverine, I have now gone to the other extreme of if they come out with that movie, I'm not even going to watch it. Okay, maybe I would for the podcast, but um, I I don't want any other Blades but Wesley Snipes. I was supremely amused by that character in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. So yeah, cancel these because I don't think either one of these is going to be a big winner. I just don't.
Wow. Wow.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I was still looking forward to Blade. I thought they could do some interesting things with him. Armor Wars, I wasn't sure on because first off, we got the terrible Rhodey storyline of him being a Skrull
Yeah.
in Secret Invasion, and we
Well,
still don't fully understand when he became a Skrull and how much of it was Rhodey and how much of it was the Skrull. Uh, then the other side of it is like that's a very Tony Stark story in the comics. It's him caring about um other people stealing his technology and his armor designs and everything. So it's like now switching that to Rhodey doesn't make a whole lot of sense other than it's a military thing. And then it's like, do we really want to watch the military going around, just trying to get rid of other armored villains? It's like, yeah,
And
I don't
you
know.
would normally put that on Riri, but they fumbled her introduction so hard
Oh yeah.
that I'm not even sure we're going to see her again.
Yeah, where was she supposed to pop up next? Was it Armor Wars? It might have been Armor Wars.
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be Armor Wars.
yeah,
Last I
Okay.
heard. Yeah.
So yeah, so there you go. Exactly. They screwed up her intro, and now we're going to see her. And I also wonder if part of the decision comes from the fact that they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Doom. Like now, it's going to be weird to do a Iron Man centric story with Rhodey when you have
Oh, that's
RDJ
right.
running
They are.
around as Doctor Doom.
They
Like,
really
I almost forgot.
how could you
it
forget?
it's like the deal they made with the devil for the first 10 years of Marvel movies to be that good. The deal ran out, and now they're they're getting the payback. You know, it's like I cannot see how they did so well in managing the storylines and the overarching stuff with the Infinity Stones and all that, and introducing all these characters basically pitch perfect, having only a few stumbles with like Thor 2 or Iron Man 3, but otherwise doing so good, hitting Infinity War and Endgame, and then just running face first into a brick wall.
Because they started with nothing and built to different crescendos, the 4 Avengers movies, and then basically created a movie that felt like an end to everything without having like, oh, it's an end, but there's also this direction that we can go off into. It was like, nope, this is the end of the book. Like, it felt like you had just read a really long novel and this was the last chapter, and they wrapped everything up and everyone had their, well, Tony died, but everyone else had their happy ending, move on. And it was just
They
like,
they had
and that's
5 years
why
to plan that.
everything felt empty, has felt empty since then. And that's
You know,
really the
all of
biggest
these
problem.
all of these executives are paid like 600% more than guys like us. And we're supposedly doing it because they're so smart and so good. And yet they had 5 years to plan what happens after Endgame, to know that they've got this huge juggernaut of a movie system going. And all they have to do is do something good and listen to maybe a few of the comic book creators to keep it going and, tell really good stories. And they didn't. They fumbled
They
Yeah.
were
everything.
because they were never willing to commit to the ramp down. They were
And
never willing
yeah.
to commit to like this is no longer a universal saga. Now we're going to kick it down to 7. We were in 6th gear, but we're done now. Race is over, new race. Let's go back down to 2nd gear. And they never did that. They
But
never did
anybody who's
that.
been in the comics industry for for any time, any amount of time, realizes that you can't do huge overarching stories every single time. You have to go back, like, in the case of like Daredevil or some of the smaller, you have to go back to the streets sometimes. You
Yeah.
can tell
Oh,
really
right.
compelling stories that only involve a few people and a few blocks in a city.
I definitely agree with that. Like, they never knew how to bring it back to smaller scale, which it feels like they have the characters now to do it. They're bringing Daredevil in a TV show. They seem too afraid to do it in a movie, which whatever. But that's the other thing. You're right. Like, and you can only, there's an argument of the pandemic hit right after that, but you can only blame so much on the pandemic. They've had so much time to correct the ship at this point, and they haven't. And it's just like you can only blame so much on that.
And
So,
they had a captive audience.
yeah.
Right? I mean, that's why there's so many podcasts out there. Not to bemoan what we do. Superhero Speak was way before the pandemic, so we're a flagship here. But the whole internet in general, streaming services, podcasts, we had a captive audience for a good 2 years.
Yeah.
And they didn't capitalize on it at all. They could have hooked us through the Disney Plus stuff, and then now that we're back going to movie theaters, they could have continued, but they didn't. They didn't ramp it down. They didn't take advantage of our captive audience. They just, I don't know. They went too big, full steam ahead, multiverse. Here we come, and it's not working.
See, guys,
Yeah.
if you
Outside of Deadpool and Wolverine,
somebody millions of dollars to write this ship, Don's right here for crying out loud.
I think
that's
I
right.
think, yeah, and I think you guys kind of both have hit the nail on the head with this. Like, they could have, boom, it's done, acted like that's the end of the story,
and built
then
up.
and then we go to Hell's Kitchen and we see Daredevil running around dealing with the aftermath of Endgame and the street level criminals, and there's your new starting point, you know. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. Did you want to see Blade or Armor Wars? Are you upset that they might be canceled? And of course, we'll be talking about it more next week when we officially get an announcement on it. But curious what you guys think beforehand. Thanks for watching this clip from the Superhero Speak podcast. And don't forget to watch us live every Sunday night right here on this channel.
While you're here, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you won't miss out on any of our great upcoming content.
Speaking of content, don't forget to check out our website, superheroespeak.com, where you can find the podcast, links to our social media, merch, comic reviews, and so much more. That's superheroespeak.com.
Thanks for watching, and don't let your cape be caught in the door. See you next time.